We knew there were these vulnerable myrtles in the Bay of Plenty. Maire Tawake, Pōhutukawa, Ramarama, Rōhutu, we knew they were here. And at the very beginning of the project, we pulled a whole lot of information together from doc, NIVs, and also personal information. And we roughly knew where the plants were, but we hadn't really walked a lot of the land. So some of our core main sites were at Okataina, Rotorua and Rotorua. And just to tell you the power of this team, at Okataina I thought there were 20 or 30 Ramarama plants, and when the team had walked it and mapped it, there was almost 1,000. So that tells you the power of people on the ground. And so from there we initially mapped all the sites with our 4 species, the location of every plant, and from that we then set up transects which represented those populations.
After meetings with mana whenua, we were given permissions to go onto the lands, but the first job we had to do was go out there and map the population of these trees within that whenua. And that was hard in the beginning. Different whenua, hills, rivers, along the lakes. And yes, the body had to get used to it, a lot of walking, but walking the whenua has been an eye-opener. It's taken us past our core job of mapping the Myrtaceae species and finding Myrtaceae. But our first core job was to map the population of the Myrtaceae species using an app that was developed at Scion. There's an app on our phone that we use. We find our species and then we enter the height, the species of tree. After months and months of walking, we came up on an average of about 400 or 500 trees within each area that we walked. Secondly, we learnt about transects, and we had to map using the same application and add those trees that we selected for data collection over time. During the winter, we'd go back to those transects and we gather information from those trees once a month. But as Myrtaceae is quite prevalent during the hot summer months, we go out every second week and we collect data on the effect of Myrtaceae on our trees.
First we look for new growth on a percentage scale from maybe 1 to 5 and just have a look at the tree. Whatever the size of the tree, it's always scaled on a percentage. New growth, severity on the new growth, which is if it's exposed to myrtle rust, if it's got fruits, developing fruits, flowers or flower buds, dieback and thrip damage. And each myrtle species is different. Ramarama, Rōhutu, Pōhutukawas, but all monitored the same.